In this video, you'll learn how to use Jupyter Notebook for beginners using PyCharm. This guide will show you how to set up Jupyter inside PyCharm, create your first notebook, run Python code in cells, and use Markdown for notes and documentation. The first step is to open Safari on your Mac. Safari is Apple's built-in web browser and comes pre-installed on all macOS devices, so you don't need to download it. To open it, click the blue compass Safari icon in the dock at the bottom of your screen, or press Command plus space, type Safari and press Enter. Once Safari is open, you are ready to proceed with downloading. The next step is to download PyCharm. Type Download PyCharm into your search engine. Then scroll down and click on the official PyCharm link. You will see multiple options for different operating systems, such as Windows, macOS, and Linux. Click on macOS to begin downloading the DMG file. If you are using a newer Mac with Apple Silicon, a pop-up window will appear asking, "Do you want to allow downloads from www.jetbrains.com?" Click Allow to continue. Loaded PyCharm DMG file to open it. Drag the PyCharm icon into the Applications folder. A pop-up window will ask you to enter your username and password. Click OK to finish download. Now, PyCharm will begin copying to the Applications folder. Once the copying is finished, close or delete the pop-up window. The final step of this tutorial is creating your own Jupyter notebook, running Python code successfully, and using Markdown to organize and document your work. The first step is to open a new notebook in PyCharm. Once you open it, let's look at some features. The plus button allows you to add a new notebook. The plus icon on the other side allows you to add new code. The green button lets you run the cell. The double green button lets you run all cells. The broom lets you clear all outputs. The bug button allow you to debug and the trash button allow you to delete cell. The green button allow you to run cell. The code button allow you write code. And the markdown button allow you to write note. Let's create a markdown cell and write Jupyter Notebook lesson. Right-click to make it as the title. Click the check mark to apply the changes. Let's create another markdown cell to write the concepts we will learn today. In this tutorial, we'll cover various Python concepts and examples, including fundamental programming, problem-solving techniques, and hands-on coding exercises to build your skills. We'll also explore practical applications, best practices, and tips for writing clean, efficient, and maintainable code. Additionally, we'll look at ways to apply Python to real-world scenarios, strengthen your logical thinking, and enhance your overall programming proficiency. Simple math operations, like 20 plus 20, will produce 40 when you run the cell. You can also write it in Python as 5 times 3, and running it will give 15. Another example is using the print function. For instance, print hello world will display hello world as the output. Similarly, print I am learning Python will display I am learning Python as the output. In Python, if you assign variables to x and y, you can perform operations with them. In this example, the output will be 15, when x equals 5 and y equals 10. Data types in Python can be checked using the type function. For example, if you assign a variable as an integer or a string, using type will display its data type. In this example, age is in type string. User input allows you to take input from the person running the program. You can use the input function to get text or numbers, store it in a variable, and then use it in your program for calculations, decisions, or displaying messages. When you run the code in Jupyter, an input prompt will appear asking, "What is your name?" If you type Sam and press enter, or click OK, it will display "Hello Sam" as the output. If statements allow you to make decisions in your program, they let your code run certain blocks only when a condition is true, and you can also use else or elif to handle other possibilities. In this example, it checks whether the age is greater than or equal to a certain value, otherwise, it returns a message that you are not old enough. If you change the age number, it will display different output. A simple loop like for I in range 5 will repeat a block of code 5 times, with I taking values from 0 to 4. You have officially completed the tutorial for Jupyter Notebook and are ready to start writing your own Python programs, exploring more advanced concepts, and practicing coding exercises on your own.